Hi, welcome to Chub Fishing on the River Waveney. I'm Dickie, and I've got joining me good river angler, Cockle. He's caught a big chub to his name. That's a big barbel too. Throughout this DVD, we're going to try and show you some big chub being caught, fish of 3, 4, 5 pound, and if we're lucky, maybe some 6s as well. We're going to go through winter. It's going to be from about October the 1st right through till March the 14th. It's going to be hard, it's going to be wet, miserable, cold. Some nights it's going to be -4, -5, real sharp frost. But we're hardcore anglers and we want to catch these big chub, and we know the best time to do it is through the night, through winter. The fish are at peak, and that's what we're going to try and show you. Now wish us luck. I'm now going to go and see Cockle. Come with me. How you doing? Just walked down to see Cockle, introduce him to you. How you doing, mate?
Diggy, yeah, good.
Alright, yeah. You like this swim, didn't you?
I love this.
You've done alright out here, haven't you?
I had a 6-8 out of here, last out of season.
Was it the last day of the season? Yeah.
Not on the same method that I'm using now. I'm using a cheese paste, pretty much arid. I think you get better chub in the winter.
That's definitely true, that, isn't it? Cheese paste brings out the bigger fish, doesn't it?
Yeah, I love this swim. It's got a lot of cover. Always pick the chub up.
Yeah, you've had some nice 5s as well off there, haven't you?
As you can see, I'm holding the rod. Sometimes hold the rod, you get a better feel, you can feel the fish in these tight swims.
Yeah.
So hopefully I will get a few out of it later on. Just as it's getting dark.
Yeah, I think you will do, yeah. Yeah, I've carrying a little bit of extra water today as well, isn't it?
More water today than what there was last week.
Yeah.
Makes it better.
Yeah. How many did we end up with last year at the end of the season?
I think there's 68 big.
68 was it? Yeah.
All good chub.
All good chub. Yeah, we started about sort of beginning of October, didn't we? And we went right through till
and we're
last day
this season.
I think we're going to get more, I think, this year. But I mean, that 6-8, what do you reckon on the potential of something bigger? We fished it hard last year, didn't we? And that was.
I reckon there's 7 pounders in it.
Yeah, we that's the goal, isn't it?
For a small river, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get one tonight.
Yeah, well, that's it. Fingers crossed anyway. Right, I'm now going to go get fishing myself.
Okay, good. See ya.
Hi, I'm now going to talk about location. We've got location in the winter. It's slightly different to what I say location is in the summer. Well, I say about the summer, I'm sort of really starting my chubbing beginning of October, and we're still under sort of summer sort of fishing really. Through winter, the river's running a lot higher. We've had some frost, we've had heavy floods. The river's usually 2 foot higher, a lot more colour in the water. Whereas what I'm going to show you now, swims I'll be looking for this time of year. So it's only the 3rd of October today. Basically, still very low, very clear, very weedy. There's been a lot of anglers about all through summer. The fish are now sort of really starting to get spooky and sit up tight under cover. So let's look at these couple of swims now. Right, this is the first sort of swim that I'll be looking for in October. Basically, it's a fallen down tree. Come across. It wasn't like this last year. All the debris sort of built up around it. There's sort of quite a big, large area now that's fallen down there, and the chub will feel very, very safe under there. If I sort of try and get up a bit closer, you can see there's like a V there just on the entrance. That's in the main flow. If you get a bait in there, you're going to get a chub every single time. It's quite dark under there, which makes the chub feel sort of safer than they would do outside where it's open, the water's sort of very low and very clear too.
best way I found of fishing this swim is basically just free line. It's only close in, just free line right on that point in that V, and therefore that will drift underneath and get to where the chub will be sitting up, and I feel confident, and within a couple of minutes you'll get a wrap round straight away. Right, this is the second swim I want to show you. Another fallen down tree. That's another new swim from last year. It changes all the time, this river. Right, it's a good reason for this. You can't fish it from the front where I'd like to fish it. Loads of debris all the way around here. So the way to fish this one, and we have been doing it, I'm going to show you, is from the back, which is not always the best way, but if you fish it right it's just as good. If you come around this side, you can see how it's all clear. Now, just as you look low down on the screen, just the other side of there is like a little gully through, and you just see the water flowing through there. So we're actually going to be fishing this from an upstream position. Now, to do like this, whereas the swim I was showing you a little while ago, I'd be free line. If I was to free line in there, the flow would then move my bait probably 2-3 meters down to sort of this sort of position. Hence, I'll be nowhere near where I'm expecting the chub to be sitting. So to fish this one upstream, we just simply take the swan shot off and we'll clip on an ounce to an ounce and a half lead, and we can actually get right close in there to swing it in without spooking any fish, and that lead will fall straight down in front where I put the bait. And we've had quite a few off here already, so we know it's a good spot and we know we're fishing it right. So that's just the reverse way of fishing a raft swim from the one I showed you earlier. Right, I'm just going to quickly show you this little spot here on the right hand side along the margins here. There's a brilliant little run, but not at the moment. It's only about 2 foot deep. It's early October. It's full of weed. It's just unfishable really at the moment. I've looked in this area for a few weeks now and I've not seen any chub around at all really, and I've been giving it a wide berth. There's much better swims to fish at the moment this time of year. Probably about 6-7 weeks, sharp frost will kick in. Really we want some heavy floods, knock all this weed out. The river will be running a couple of foot higher, and this becomes one of my favourite spots along this stretch here. It's so consistent, produces me chub every single time, and me mate as well. I can only think of one time I've actually blanked on here. Even if it just chucks you a 3-pound chub, you always get a bend in the rod, but it has produced me a lot of good chub as well, so that's why I really rate this swim. There is a reason for it being so good in 6 weeks time, which will become clear later on. I'll try and get you a clip later just to show you the way that the whole foliage and the whole river has changed, and you'll see why. Right, hi. It's middle of October. We've probably got half an hour, 3/4 of an hour left of daylight. I've primed 4 swims down there, sort of a few minutes ago. I want to let them settle for a good half hour and start fishing just as it's starting to get dark. And fish all 4 of them in rotation, probably 5-10 minutes, 1/4 of an hour tops in each swim. I'll have an hour and on my phone. Just a quick session tonight. Just thought I'd take some time out to show you the rigs and tackle that we're using to catch these big chub. If we start off, I've got quite a long rod, 12 foot. A lot of people prefer shorter rods. I like a longer rod. I feel that I can lower my rigs down to snags easier or cast them out easier. It's just what I prefer. It's a 12-foot power feeder rod, very stiff through the butter middle section, and even the end section as well. The tip's very sort of, it's sensitive enough, especially on the end little bit there, but that's got enough power to stop these big chub getting into the snags. I've got a starlight all fitted. The main line that I'm using is 8 pounds. I've got hook length of 6 pound fluorocarbon. That's virtually invisible in water, and that is my hook length that you can see there. If I come a bit closer, you'll see I've got a quick change link, which I can either clip an ounce lead to when I'm upstream fishing, or just below I'll just pinch on a swan shot, or maybe 2 swan shots, or free line. At the moment that's ready for free lining, which this time of year have no flay. If I can free line, I will. The less weight I use, the better. There's me hair. Got a size 10 hook with a hair with a spring tied to the hair. Now that allows me to use my two favourite baits comfortable. I use meat, flavoured meat, and cheese paste. With the meat, this spring we'll be able to screw into the meat and it'll never come off. And the cheese paste, again, I can mould that round the spring and even mask some of that hook if I want to as well. So that's my tackle.
Hello there, I'm Rob. Been fishing with Dickie for several years now. You've obviously met him. Today we're going to be chasing the chub. The way of what we're using, the method, is basically a 11-foot medium quiver tip rod, using 12-pound line, straight through to a swivel, running swan shot, 2 beads, number 6 swivel, and 8-pound fluorocarbon line as an hook length. That's going on to number 6 barbless hook, air rigged, using a small piece of spaghetti to keep the luncheon meat on. I've also got starlight on at the moment because later on we'll probably fish through the night, as you can see. I have pre-baited some swims further down the stretch. Hopefully we will get some chub tonight. We normally pick a couple of chub up. And I'm going to go and fish them now.
Hi, we're at the end of October. It's been pretty good, the fishing so far. We've been out about half a dozen times now. We've had about 23 fish so far between us, averaging sort of 2, 3, 4, 5 fish a session. Literally, we've only been fishing for an hour and a half, 2 hours, most sessions. Just as it's getting towards dark, maybe an hour after. Bites are coming quite quick. It's been a real bad day with weather today. We've had a lot of rain, but we've only been down here about an hour. We've primed about a dozen swims between us. We're now going to fish these. I'm now in my second one. Cottle's now just moved up to the next swim. We both had one each already. We're on a new stretch, so it's quite exciting. Cottle's had one about 4.5. I've had a smaller one about 3. We found the best way of fishing a new stretch, or even stretches we know, to fish every inch. You know, we need to fish as a team. I mean, last year I think I caught more than Cockle, and I think Cockle caught, well, he did. He caught the biggest chub out of the two of us, but it's not who caught the biggest chub and who caught the most. So we're fishing as a team. What we've been doing, Cockle started in that swim just round the corner there, and I started in the next swim, and done a little liner just then. We both caught one each in our first 2 swims. Cockle's now jumped me, leapfrogged me, and he's in the next swim. Now if I catch one, I'll be doing the same. I'll be leapfrogging Cockle into the next one. We know what we've baited. We've baited alternate swims all the way through. We've got 12 to go at. What we're doing as well, as we leave each swim, we're throwing another half dozen baits in again. Because it just gives us options. If we feel like we've got through these swims quickly, or we suddenly hit 4 or 5 swims where we're not catching, we'll bait them anyway. Chub move around, they might move back into those swims, but if we've caught another swim later on in the day, or the evening, we might want to get back in these swims and give it another go. The river's carrying a little bit extra water today as well. Probably about, I don't know, I'd say about 6, 8 inches higher. Just a bit more tinge of, colour to the water. Just gives you that bit more confidence. We've got 3 weeks now of heavy work commitments. Me and Cockle the same, so it's going to be hard for us to get out now in the next 3 weeks, which is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, it's been going okay. We've had 2 fish over 5 pounds so far. Lots of fish around 4.10, 4.12. We've had a couple. Cockle had one the other last week at 4.14. Chub are very lean at the moment, so I think give another 3 or 4 weeks. The old frosts are kicking. We'll have some floods that'll wipe out all this weed. And I think the chub will start fattening up, and we should have some, should start getting amongst some of the better fish. I keep getting little line bites, just little taps, But that last bite I had was a real good bite. I was sort of just, once again, getting a few little lines, just smash round. Quite confident in fish at the moment. You get into winter a little bit, and you'll start finding those little taps like that are the ones that you've got to strike at, where at the moment the bites are quite positive. And Cockle's in again. You in again, Cock? He's in again. This could be a good little session tonight. Yeah, when you're fishing these new stretches, it's very exciting. And the best way of doing it is to, you can fish as a team, a pair of you, and fish alternate pegs, leapfrogging each other. But must bait them first, pride them all up, and you can cover, you know, in a couple of hours, you cover a good quarter-mile of river, and you soon get to know the spots that are fishing consistent, like, you know, when you're fishing like that. What we do sometimes is, for instance, we might be fishing this section now that we're not sure on yet, but we might find out, like other sections, we found out where there's 3 or 4 real flyers. And if it happens to be that Cockle's got on them this time, he'll probably let me fish them next time, and then we'll rotate it again next time. You know, it's all about teamwork, and that paid off last year doing that. We had some lovely fish, and great fun too. Hi, it's about 12 o'clock now. It's the 28th of November today. I've not been out for 3 weeks. We've had, you know, been really busy with work. I'm out on my own today. Cockle's shooting today, so he can't make it. But as from now, we're going to really step up this campaign and start getting a few good chub under our belts. I've been here since first light this morning. Walked across in the dark. It's a good 20-minute walk to this stretch. First 6 swims I fished, I managed to take 4 fish out of. 3 around the 4, 4 1/4, and 1 about 3 pounds. But you know, since about 9 o'clock, that's sort of switched off now. The sun's just gone in, but the sun was out. It was quite bright. Typical frosty day like it was this morning. And once that sun come out, it seems to be general with the roar after sort of 9, 10, that sort of go quiet for a while. And then later in the daytime, sort of towards dark and after dark, obviously peak time again. But I'm not staying that long today. I'm going to give it another hour and I'm off. I'll say I've had 4 nice fish today, so it's not been too bad. But I'm out again tomorrow with Cockle on another stretch. We'll be fishing after dark tomorrow. Cockle went out last week. That's his first time for sort of 3 weeks as well, and he managed our best fish so far, one of just over 6 pounds. So he was well chuffed with that. I think we're up to about 34 chub, I think it is now. That's with the 4 I've caught today, which, well, I don't know, we'd like to go for 100 this sort of season if we can. We can aim for around the 50 by sort of end of December, Christmas time. That'd be great. So we're only 16 short now, so I think we can do that. Obviously 2 weeks off at Christmas as well, we're going to be out a hell of a lot. But it's really those big chub we want as well. But the more you catch, the more chance of getting amongst those big, better fish. I mean, this stretch here is it's probably one of the best stretches around here for the amount of fish you can catch in the day. I've been here sort of through January before, February, and been on my own or with Cockle, and I've had sort of 9, 10 fish. And they all, you know, very high average fish. They all sort of around 4.4 to 4.12, with a few 5s. I've never had a 6 here myself before, but I'm sure they're here. We had a lot last year, sort of 4.13, 4.12, and I'm sure this year they're going to be up at sort of scraping £5 now. So that's going to be fun. I'm on cheese pace again today. Sort of come off the meat a little bit now. I think meat is great sort of back end of the summer, autumn time, and then cheese pace comes into its own now. It's a phenomenal bait. This swim I caught out of earlier. I'm fishing it like on an upstream position, where I don't know if you can see, but where the snags are, there's a nice deep hole there, and it's quite slack. And so I caught one earlier doing this, and I fished this last year. It hasn't changed much this swim from last year. It's identical, really. And so we had some nice fish off here last year. Fishing an ounce lead, just to hold right in tight. I was to fish a swan shot like I do quite often when I'm downstream fishing, that'd be drifting away and I wouldn't be nowhere near where the chub are sitting. But I've got my tip bent over a little bit and I'm looking for fishing for drop backs. As the chub come along, they pick up the paste, and as they lift it up, they dislodge the lead and the tip will spring back. I don't tend to strike when I'm fishing like this. I tend to, upstream fishing, I tend to just wind down. I found by striking, I think you can sometimes pull the hook out the fish's mouth. I've been here about a quarter of an hour now, no sign of any more bites. So I think I'm going to move downstream.